Yeah?
Yeah. So, yeah, FIFA 14, very, very, very similar to FIFA 13, I found, from what I've played so far. It looks almost identical to the point where it really feels like... I mean, I've only played a few games on the demo, but it feels like they're kind of running out of power on these consoles. And I've seen footage, and I think in the distance at Gamescom I saw the next-gen version being played, but the booth was always rammed, so I didn't really see it up close. I think it feels like they're maybe putting all their emphasis into the next-gen version, which is cool. I've got no beef with that. But this one, I mean... People always criticise football games for being the same every year. Don't play them, and I've always kind of argued back and said no. But if you play loads of them, you see all the minutiae changes, and even small animations can have huge effects on how the final game plays out. But man, this is really, really, really fucking similar. I did notice that the shooting is better. It's more varied. It's kind of snappier. There was more different types of goals being scored both by me and the computer, and I was having a bit more luck with tackling, and it didn't feel quite as bogged down as 13. But I mean, I'm clutching at straws here, to be honest. I couldn't really tell the difference.
Wow. I had several games, and I think it feels... I mean, the problem with football games is that you can never judge them off the demo. You can only really judge after several hours playing them.
Yeah.
I found that one of the things that bothered me about FIFA 13 was that it was really easy for your players to pick out long through balls.
Right.
So there was this time, which I'm sure I spoke about on here, where I was playing against a guy who does Messi play for?
Barcelona or Argentina. Yeah.
All right, yeah. And every single time, even the goalkeeper, I think, whoever got the ball, long through ball, Messi would receive it and he'd be on goal. That just kept happening sometimes. It's a hell of a lot more difficult than this because I kept trying to do it. And
Right.
Whereas before you could occasionally get by with a through ball that didn't have any height on it, now that's almost impossible. The AI is really difficult here. I mean, I don't know if that's... I've never understood playing football games or any competitive game against AI. I've never understood the appeal because I don't know what you're... I don't get it. But the AI seemed really quite difficult and really used tricks and skill, the skill things that I think that I don't tend to use. One of the best things about all football games is that you can learn all those skill tricks. It's like any great competitive game. I mean, Street Fighter, you can, if you're good enough, get by without doing any special moves. And I play football games very much using just the buttons as they are. I don't use any skill tricks, any of that stuff. But this game felt like if you don't learn all of those tricks, you're going to be at a massive disadvantage. Because the fact that the AI was doing all of this stuff, and that was why... I mean, I got beaten twice. I don't know. That's just my assumption, though. Again, you can't make any concrete judgments of a demo. But I think it's good. I think it's... they've remixed penalties slightly. And I think that the goalkeeping's better because in 13 it was 50-50 at best. You dive in a certain direction and your keeper would just flail around, and half the time he'd knock the ball in the goal or he wouldn't touch it at all. Every time I saved a penalty or I went in the right direction in 14, the 14 demo, he saved the ball, and I was like, okay, that's definitely better because it was so messy in 13. But I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I do think it's good as well. But I thought that what I played in the demo of PES 2014 was better, which is my number 6, and I can just go on to talk about it now. Now, I played the leaked demo a few weeks ago, didn't I? I think that was the last podcast I was on,
yeah.
Which was a fucking mess. I feel kind of bad. They released it, it appeared, I got it, I downloaded it, I made a video, whatever. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
But what that demo was, I don't know. It was a fucking sluggish, hellish mess. I don't know why it exists. I don't know why it was ever on anyone's server. The new one, admittedly now playing on 360 instead of PS3, so I don't know, I haven't played the PS3 version of the new demo, is much, much, much better. It's nice and responsive. It's probably not quite as snappy as PES 2013, but the animation and the new engine, in my opinion, makes up for that. I played this quite a lot, actually. There's loads of teams on the demo.
Yeah.
It's like 6 international teams and 6 club teams or something, maybe, or 4. I think it's crazy. And Man United are on there. I'm obviously a United fan. Other cool teams to play as. You play as England, you play as Portugal. So you got Ronaldo, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. I scored some absolutely brilliant goals. I was loving the passing. Some of the animation in the new engine was absolutely superb. I mean, truly brilliant. From small stuff like the way an attacking player will react when his legs are just clipped slightly when he's running through. It just looked fucking beautiful, and all the way up to like some of the. I scored a goal with Van Persie with the kind of back heel from across, which is just a fucking joke. I got out of my chair, and I didn't really have anything bad to say about it. I was so happy that the game PES 2014 isn't that game that I played 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That game doesn't really exist. This is what the game is. Presumably, I mean, every single year, the demo has and the final product have been different. So presumably, this is the game. It's out so soon that I can't see how it's not. But I'm very excited. It's a shame that it's not on next gen, but I understand why. Purely because I'm going to be keeping an old console around just to play it for the whole year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pumped. I think it's great.
Okay. Well, me too. I mean, I think if we're gonna if we have to sort of judge the demos as a sort of realistic sign of what the full games are going to be, I think it's going to be very similar to last year in that I think they're both excellent and you're going to win either way. But I think PES is the better game. In terms of the presentation, I mean, bits of it do look, when they're standing in the frame rate's terrible, but when they're standing in the tunnel waiting to come out, the players, looks really, really quite remarkable. And on the pitch, it looks great as well. Some of the lighting effects are amazing. It's a lot, the menus and stuff, and actually some of the stuff on the pitch, it's a lot more like FIFA. It's a lot more garish. The colours are a lot louder. You know, FIFA's always been like a festival, like so bright and colourful, and PES has always been quite muted. This looks a lot more like FIFA just because there's fucking reds and bright blues and stuff everywhere. It's slower than FIFA, obviously. They've reworked corners. They're so much better. The main problem with PES 2013 is that the corners, I don't think I ever scored off a corner.
I'm under 5, definitely under 5 in the whole time I've been playing it.
Yeah. Now they've changed it so you have this sort of row of dots that chart the trajectory, and then you can decide the power. I almost scored off one the first time I used it, and I was like, "Fucking hell, this is good."
That's there for free kicks as well now, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, and I absolutely rattled one off the bar from about 30 yards with it.
Man.
So that's good. But you can turn it off and do the old system just by pressing the right bumper as well.
Oh right,
if you want to be a purist.
Cool. Well, yeah, I mean, it's too early to say what's massively different because you have to play a hell of a lot of both in order to know that. But on the evidence of the demos, I think, you can't lose. But for me, playing that PES demo was just like, yes, I can't wait to smash people up online on this. Or get smashed up online.
And it really felt quite different to 2013. It felt like, because it's a new engine, so that's why. As different as a football game can feel, whereas for me, 14 and 13 on FIFA, it's like, okay, it's all about the next gen version, which I'm still very excited for as well, because that's another game entirely as well. So which might hopefully I'm going to go to Eurogamer at the end of this month, so hopefully try and get a game on it there. But it's always so rammed that I can't be doing with queuing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's win-win. I think. I mean, FIFA will always win on features and official stadiums and players and all that stuff, but. Just the on the pitch stuff on PES is just absolutely superb.